You know what? Let me not hit a singing bowl this time around. Miss Tulip, come say hi to the fans. Come say hi to the people. You have so many fans, Tulip. I hope this makes you smile, and I hope you have a fabulous reading, y'all. I love you so much. Hello, my beautiful Sagittarius. How are you doing, darling? My name is SimplyVelca, and today I'm going to be getting into your weekly tarot messages, Sagittarius, for September 2021. So if you find any cards that resonate with you in this weekly reading today, Sagittarius, be sure to let me know in the comments below which cards resonate with you and how they do, darling, because that is how I keep up with y'all through the comments. And if you do enjoy this tarot reading today, or you just enjoy my vibe, I would really appreciate it, Sagittarius, if you were to give this video a like and subscribe, because it does help me out a lot. And I always appreciate it when you guys do that extra step to support me in that way, Sagittarius. But keep in mind, put this in perspective, that I'm just a man reading some tarot cards to you. You know your situation better than I ever possibly could, so take the cards that resonate, leave what doesn't, because I'm not going to be offended by it whatsoever. I believe tarot readings are just here, tarot cards are just here to give you some food for thought for today, a perspective to consider, but never making the choices in your life. So let's just jump into your weekly tarot reading now, Sagittarius. Remember, my readings are for everybody, darling. Doesn't matter what you identify as, he, she, they, what have you. If they resonate, honey. So also, be sure to check out your monthly tarot reading as well, Sagittarius, for September 2021, because it was a pretty juicy reading, darling. So be sure to check that out. But let's just get into your reading here today, honey. Let's see the overall main theme for this week for you. I want this card, baby. This card. All right, we have the Five of Rings, Five of Pentacles coming in here for you. I just hit my mic. I apologize. Sagittarius. So with this Five of Pentacles here, there's this sense of recovery for you guys, Sagittarius. So, and it does speak about insecurity as well, and just not feeling like you fit in anywhere. And so I would definitely feel as if like we're honing in terms of a message from where like some type of connection that you have that definitely was like a little bit long term, I feel like, for you guys, Sagittarius, and you're kind of getting in your head about it. It's almost as if you're starting to internalize things and feel as if like it feels as if you're being extremely hard on yourself, Sagittarius, is all that I'm feeling. So for your first row, darling, we have the Six of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, as well as the Moon card coming in here. And so yeah, it does feel as if some type of connection that you have, something that you care about a lot, someone that you hold a very high opinion of, there's like this sense of insecurity. I am going to be honest here, Sagittarius. I'm being shown quite literally bread. And so I'm taking this as a sign for what I was feeling of where like you're being breadcrumbed, to be blunt here. You're being breadcrumbed because it's just like this sense of where you're in this place of being like, well, what does this mean? And what have you? And you know, when it comes to being breadcrumbed, I guess I should explain what it means quickly if you don't understand. Being breadcrumbed would be as if, like, let's say you and I are friends, Sagittarius, which we are, darling. But let's just say that we're communicating, and you're just like, you really enjoy talking to me, and I'll enjoy talking to you. But like, I'll just like send you a text message like once a day, right? I'll just send you a message, and like, but not really communicate with you, not really engage with you, right? I'll just be only speaking on to you when it's on my terms and when I feel like it, you know. It's very much so mixed feelings or mixed signals that you might be receiving from the person, right? And so, you know, through that, you know, you're just like, well, does Velka even like me? Because they're not really even trying to talk to me. But, you know, when they do make time to talk to me, they make it seem as if like they like me a lot, right? It's just very much so like their actions and like their words are not matching up, if that makes sense. And so it's just very much so this sense of where it's just like some days it may be very hot, and then other days they're just like ghosting you, darling. I do feel as if you're being ghosted. Not ghosted. Well, yeah, you are being ghosted in some way. You're being breadcrumbed, where it's just like, you know, with that Three of Pentacles here, it's just like, I don't feel as if there's this equal give and take energy, especially with this Moon card here. It feels like you're being left in the dark heavily when it comes to this dynamic, when it comes to this situation, because you don't know really what's going on internally with this person or persons. Because I feel like for many of you guys, it could be like a whole friend group or like a work environment in general, maybe even family as well. Like, I would say it's probably like a little bit of like 75-25, where it's just like 75% of you guys is dealing with one specific person that's breadcrumbing you, and then 25 it's like family, like a family dynamic where it's just like very frustrating, where it's just like, you know, some days like your family treats you well, and then other days they just treat you as if they don't even care about you, darling. I see you internalizing that a lot, which just bums me out. In your second row, we have the Six of Cups here, which is talking about like the why I was saying that there's some type of energetic investment already here. You know, there's some history here. Wheel of Fortune coming in here, and the Sun card coming in here. So what's coming up for you guys, Sagittarius, is that I feel as if for some of you guys, like the situation, and so I'm gonna be just gonna preface this right off the bat. I have to be honest, Sagittarius. I'm gonna call myself out when I'm projecting my own personal opinions on things, right? And I'm just, not really allowing the cards to speak their messages, because I hate breadcrumbers, to be honest. And so I'm always like, anytime someone starts breadcrumbing, I'm just like, no, girl, you don't even want it. They're not even worth it, girl. Cut it out. But in this situation here, it's showing to me like a change of tides. I have to be honest here. With the Wheel of Fortune being the focal point of this spread here, it shows to me where it's just like, the Wheel of Fortune, while it sounds great and fabulous, darling, the Wheel of Fortune could be turning in your favor, or it can be going against you, right? And just having a streak of bad luck. And so I feel like you guys were having a pretty bad streak of luck when it comes to some type of dynamic in your life, right? You've been being breadcrumbed. It's been very hot and cold energy. I'm just now noticing the Sun card is right under the Moon card. So something's going to be revealing itself to you in this Sagittarius, in this connection. I do feel like some of the, for some of y'all, the situation is where this person that was breadcrumbing you, or just been very hot and cold, that you haven't really figured out what's going on. I feel like it's going to be like a little change of tides with them, and they're going to be switching up how they're acting with you in a lot more of a positive way. It feels like you're going to be brought to light about a situation, you know. So the reason why I'm kind of just like about it is just because it's like I feel like there's no excuse for it. But let's give the benefit of the doubt. Humans being humans, we all are having our own human experiences, and so they may have just had some distractions. They may have had some other things that they needed to handle emotionally before they could give their full attention to you. But there is definitely this sense of a change of tides when it comes to some type of connection in your life that you already are connected to. But that Six of Cups here, I feel like it's directly like something that I don't feel like it's a new person, if that makes sense. And then in your last row, you have the Five of Pentacles again. You have the King of Cups coming in here. And then you have the Nine of Cups, Sagittarius, coming in here. And so this is such a bummer it's not bummer because it's still a good message, Sagittarius, but it's just like throughout this entire thing, you have the Five of Pentacles following you twice, Sagittarius, which is showcasing to me just like really how hard internally you've been taking some situation. Like it's almost as if like whoever's been breadcrumbing you, or whatever the situation is, like you care so much about it, you've really been trying to make it work, and it's like just because you care about this situation so much, it's like you can't even conceptualize that the other person was the problem, or like the other person has their own issues going on, right? It feels as if I feel like it's a trauma response, but again, I'm not no health professional, honey, so let me not even get into that narrative. But it's just very much so it reminds me of someone's like trauma response to if they had like a pretty rough childhood, and they weren't getting like the attention that they needed as a child, and they're used to just blaming themselves for it. And I kind of feel like this is kind of seeping through in this reading as well, because I see with the Nine of Cups and this King of Cups here, it's like your greatest desire was just to really have this work, even though the situation's like breadcrumbing you still are giving them the benefit of the doubt, which is fabulous. It's not making you bitter, Sagittarius, but your greatest desire is just to really just have like this connection actually be fulfilling, have this be actually working out in your favor. You just really want this connection to work out. And I'm gonna be honest, Sagittarius, again, it's a positive message, so I want to preface this. I have to really just clock myself in the head for projecting my feelings, because I'm just defensive for my peeps, honey. So I don't know, it just frustrates me. But I do feel like with this situation, your wish is going to be granted with this, where it's just someone that's been breadcrumbing you, they're going to be bringing to light the situation. Maybe they're going to be explaining why it is that they've been unintentionally breadcrumbing you, right? Why they've been distracted, right? I should stop using the word breadcrumbing, because I don't feel like they're really trying to breadcrumb you anymore, but their actions prior, darling, was definitely breadcrumbing, honey. So overall, this is looking to be an extremely positive message, Sagittarius, but let's get some clarifiers, because the clarifiers could change up this message entirely. All right, Three of Cups here coming in between your Six of Pentacles and Three of Cups. So quite literally, yeah, Eight of Swords here in between the Three of Cups and the Moon card. The situation here has been really constricting you for quite some time, Sagittarius. I feel like this has been going on for, I'm seeing threes, and maybe it's just because of the Three of Cups here, but maybe it's for a few months now. 2 or 3 months now that this has been going on, like this breadcrumbing, where it's just like you want this connection to work. You haven't been able to figure out like what it is that you've been doing wrong or what has you in this situation, but it's just as if like no matter what it is that you try to do with this, like you couldn't like make this work out. And so with these clarifiers here, that is showcasing to me like again this message of where it's like things are going to be working out. Knight of Wands coming in here. Yeah, it's like this sense now where I feel like people are like this individual or individuals are going to start being honest with you. And if it's like this sense of release that you're going to be experiencing, Sagittarius. So I like this. You have the Nine of Swords on the Six of Cups, which showcases to me the anxiety, the sleepless nights that you've been feeling in regards to the situation, in regards to this connection that you have a lot of history with, that you care about. Eight of Pentacles coming in between, or not in between, on your Wheel of Fortune, which showcases to me the Wheel of Fortune. Actually, yeah, you guys were having that streak of bad luck, but now it's turning into your favor, upgrading, you're elevating, right? So you're getting nothing but growth cards. You're getting nothing but some type of relationship in your life that was initially starting out extremely rocky, extremely kind of just, right? But it's turning out to be really fabulous. Queen of Pentacles coming in on your Sun card. And so quite literally, yeah, Sagittarius, I see nothing but blessings when it comes to this situation. The Tower card coming in on your Five of Pentacles, which is exactly what we needed, right? The Tower card striking and doing away with this, like, the feelings of not feeling like you belong, feeling outcasted, feeling insecure. So that's what you really want to be seeing. So we're really breaking out of this Five of Pentacles energy that keeps showing up in your reading. The Chariot card clarifying the King of Cups coming in here. So this emotional healing, this sense of being able, because with the King of Cups, Sagittarius, the King of Cups is extreme emotional stability and being very in control of your emotions. And so when you have this Chariot card coming in, Sagittarius, this is a very positive sign for I wouldn't be surprised if this is going to be the week that everything kind of comes into completion, in the sense of like you're no longer going to be being breadcrumbed by this situation, like your wish being granted in terms of this connection coming closer for you, and very rapidly getting into this sense of Three of Pentacles on your Nine of Cups. Yeah, I'm going to very strongly say and put money on it, Sagittarius, that this week with a connection that you've been taking really hard internally, it's very hot and cold energy. This is the week where this relationship is definitely going to be upgrading, elevating, right? The Wheel of Fortune is definitely starting to turn into your favor when it comes to this dynamic of this connection. And really, it's really just speaking heavily in terms of things just working out, which I guess it shows to me, Sagittarius, like, with how this is coming in, like the sense of being breadcrumbed, the sense of feeling like you're being ghosted and just led along, right? It wasn't intentionally just to string you along, just to play games with you, Sagittarius. It shows to me, I would presume through this, right, that this person just had other issues that they needed to work out. And so now that they can put their full focus on you, you start feeling better. And maybe there's some type of conversation that happens, right? Maybe there's a reason as to why. Nine of Wands coming in here, the Wounded Warrior, and then the Ten of Wands. Yeah, it does feel as if like this individual just had a lot on their plate prior, Sagittarius. They had a lot to unpack with themselves, maybe internally or just externally. I feel like they just were feeling really exhausted, and they just didn't have the spoons, darling, if you know that phrase, the spoons, the energy to really sink into it, or like putting all their focus onto you. But that's definitely going to be changing this week. I feel strongly in that, even though like I have obviously, Sagittarius, my own personal opinions on that kind of breadcrumbing, right? It just is, maybe they're just a bad communicator, right? Let's again give them the benefit of the doubt. But y'all just can tell, Sagittarius, like how protective I am. Like I'm just like So let's stack up these cards, darling, and give freedom to Miss Aretha Franklin over here, honey. And now, Sagittarius, let's get into your spirit guide messages for today. Your spirit guide, ancestral messages, your guardian angel, whatever it is you subscribe to, Sagittarius, none of my business. Let's see what insight they have for you today. Girl, come on now, shuffle. All right, this Ten of Wands wanted to come out. Queen of Swords, Three of Swords. Interesting. So for you guys, Sagittarius, we're really addressing the sense of Girl, it's gonna be so hard for me to say this message. So Sagittarius, like really, this is a message of where it's just like, do not allow the pain that you've been experiencing with that ghosting, with that hot and coldness. Do not allow this to make you hardened towards the situation. Because again, with the Ten of Wands that I just did pull for them before, right? When I was tapping into the energy with the spread, they did. This is showcasing that they did have like some issues that they needed to unpack with themselves. But because of this, I see through this process of you being breadcrumb, feeling as if you've been led along, right? You could have these feelings of being like, well, what the heck, dude? Like, what? I didn't deserve this treatment, which you don't, Sagittarius. But in this sense, because it's coming in from your spirit guides and your ancestors, this message, Sagittarius, it's just coming in very strongly, and where it's just like, hey, like they were dealing with their stuff, right? It doesn't justify like what the stuff that you were, doesn't dismiss the feelings that and stuff that you were going through, but normally I would just like, they're like, especially your spirit guides, they'd be telling you to just be like, walk away from it. And I would be the number one person, darling, to tell you to walk away from it. If it's just like truly like a toxic energy, because here's the thing, I feel as if the word toxic, narcissism is just such an overused phrase, darling. Right. And so because of that, it's such a normal thing for us to just like call another situation, call another person toxic, call them narcissistic. Some people have that habit of doing that. And it's just not the case. It feels like this is just a human being human, and they're just really bad at communicating. And so Three of Wands coming in here with the girl, that voice crack, the Lovers card coming in here. Yeah, you're going to be receiving signs from this person. I feel as if they may have just been a bad communicator initially, Sagittarius, but they were just going through some type of issues, and I do feel like you guys are going to clear the air, talk about the elephant in the room, and it's going to really be really extremely healing for you. In this connection, it does showcase to me that it's a very worthy connection for you to be investing into, right? That's why they're telling you not to be hardened towards how you've been feeling with the situation, honey. So just take the messages as you will, Sagittarius. But girls, y'all's tarot reading is just trying me the most, right? It's really trying my ability as a tarot reader to not project my own feelings, honey. Girl. So Sagittarius, now let's get into how people are perceiving you and their intentions, darling, with you. We have here the Judgment card. So definitely, yeah, right off the bat, before you even pull any other cards, Sagittarius, this is a card of someone taking action towards you, making the hard decision to take action towards you, right? So this is someone that probably isn't very good at being vulnerable. Sagittarius, they're not really good at being vulnerable. They don't enjoy being vulnerable, coming off as weak. You have, the Nine of Wands here. And then the Five of Wands coming in here. This is a direct message, Sagittarius, and back of the deck is the Page of Cups. Yeah. All right, Sagittarius. This is a direct message of where this individual, as the wounded warrior with that Knight of Wands, dealing with the Five of Wands conflict, this is a direct message of where this individual just had their own issues. They had their conflict to be dealing with. They could have been dealing with some other side situation, and that was just stressing them out. But whatever case may be, they're finally going to be starting to take action towards you, Sagittarius, and clearing the air, I feel like, with you. King of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups. Yeah, I mean, this is doing nothing but spelling out a reading of where it's just like someone's just like maturing and really wanting to approach you, Sagittarius, and be like, hey, like, I know I made you feel some type of way beforehand, but give me another chance situation. And really, Sagittarius, you can look at any of my previous readings. Like, I'm never this type of, this is very much so out of my nature when it comes to how I will read cards. And so there's definitely this message definitely needed to reach some individuals. As hard as it was for me to express this message, it definitely is going to be helping some Sagittariuses. And so do not allow the situation to harden you. I really do see good intent towards this person that was very hot and cold energy. They weren't intentionally trying to hurt you, Sagittarius. They just had their own issues, and because they had their own issues, they're just a bad communicator. And so yeah, darling, let me know what you do, how you choose to handle the situation, though, darling, because it's free will and all that. I would be the first one to be supporting you, Sagittarius, if you're just like, you know what, that was just too much for me, this has been going on for too long, and you're just kind of just checked out, right? So I'm always going to support your decision, Sagittarius, no matter what it is that you do, right? I'm just a messenger to tarot cards. That doesn't mean they don't represent my actual personal opinions. Girl, I'm giving a whole disclaimer now. All right, Sagittarius, that is the weekly tarot reading that I have for you, darling. If you found some cards that resonated with you, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Also, be sure to check out your monthly tarot reading, Sagittarius. If you'd like to book a private personal reading with me, my website's linked down below, simplyvelca.com. Next to my social medias, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all that just being Simply Velca. But I will be connecting with you sometime in the near future, Sagittarius. I love you so much. Bye.